let's talk about The King of Staten Island, the only movie that I paid the full price to rent during this pandemic, and I'm happy that I chose to use it on this movie. I did want to record this review back when I watched it a couple months ago, but I felt I was already a little late to this movie, and I felt like not too many people were interested in paying the $20 to watch it once at home. So I put this off, but now that it recently came out on Blu-ray, I think more people are going to be more interested in watching this movie, so now I'm going to give my thoughts on this film. So, The King of Staten Island is a 2020 film starring Pete Davidson and directed by Judd Apatow, the director of The 40-Year-Old Virgin, Knocked Up, and This Is 40. I wouldn't really compare this movie to those other films because it's not really a comedy, it's more of a drama. And I think this movie is really focused on being realistic, and I think they really nailed that. It really does feel like you're watching somebody's life unfold in front of you, because they really nailed the awkwardness of life. And on every scene that Scott interacting with his friends, it really feels like you're hanging out with your friends. That's exactly how it feels for me anyways in real life. That just chilling with your boys, just enjoying life, busting each other's balls, just having fun. And they really nailed that, and that was definitely one of my favorite parts of this movie. But overall, this was an enjoyable movie. This film follows Scott trying to find his place in the world, because the whole movie is about that period in your life where you just graduated high school or you just graduated college, and you're still living with your parents, and you haven't made that move to living on your own and working full-time. You're really just in that in-between stage where you're not sure what's next, what you're going to do with your life. And this movie is all about trying to figure out what's next and how to achieve your dreams in a realistic way. And I think they really did a good job. A few nitpicks that I do have with this movie was I felt that there were some camera angles that I felt were a little oddly placed throughout. Not anything too extreme, I just felt like they could have done a little bit better job. There are some times where some of Davidson's jokes didn't land for me, unfortunately. I think some people might have an issue with the ending. I did at first, but then when I thought about it, I think that it really crossed the finish line for being realistic. It was a perfect way to end this film, and I feel like the movie was a little too long. I think it's like roughly around 2 hours long. It just dragged a little bit in some places, not badly. Like, it wasn't extremely like I was, oh my gosh, I can't wait for this movie to be over. I just felt like it needed to be shortened just a little bit, so it was closer to that hour and a half. It would be a little bit more rewatchable. I really haven't really felt the urge to watch this whole movie again just because of its length. But I think overall, it was a really good movie. It's definitely worth watching. I would give it a 4 out of 5 stars. It falls into that it was a good movie category for me. And now that it's on Blu-ray, I think that you guys should go check it out, whether you rent it for the lower fee or you buy it yourself and watch it. I think this movie is definitely worth checking out. 2020 definitely isn't going to be the best year for movies, but based off of what I've seen so far, this is definitely one of the better ones. So yeah, King of Staten Island, go check it out.